Hey guys, it's Alicia. Now today I'm going to be trying another Weight Watcher recipe that I stumbled across on the website. And since we're now in what I would consider cranberry season, with it being December, I thought it would be a fun one to try it and make. And that is for Cranberry Upside Down-Brownies, which sounds amazing to me. I love brownies, I love cranberries. The combination hopefully is a good one. So they also look really easy. So I'm gonna go through the ingredients real quick and show you what you're gonna need to make these. First off, you're gonna need 3/4 cup, just all-purpose flour. And then here I have 3/4 cup packed light brown sugar. Here is 2/3 cup unsweetened cocoa powder. I've got a cup of rinsed and picked through cranberries. These were previously frozen, which is why they're a little bit wrinkly there. Here I've got 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of light margarine. I like the Brummel and Brown type. Here is 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 3 egg whites, and then you're gonna need a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of baking soda. And that is all you're gonna need to make these. First thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your oven to 375, and then you're gonna take an 8x8 baking dish, and you're gonna wanna spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. Then you're gonna take your sugar, and you're gonna just sprinkle this on the bottom of the pan. And then on top of this, you're gonna sprinkle your cranberries in there. And I think I've got maybe a little bit more than a cup, but recipe calls for a cup. I've maybe got a cup and a quarter here. But I love cranberries, so I figured a few more would be good. So I'm gonna kinda try to get these in here as even as possible. And then I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm gonna take my flour, cocoa, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm gonna whisk these together. All right, now I'm gonna set that aside too. Next up, I'm gonna take my brown sugar and my light margarine, and I'm gonna mix these together or cream them together real well in my mixer here. Now that I've got that all creamed together, I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla. Get that mixing. And then I'm gonna slowly add in my egg whites. And now I'm gonna just mix this until that is all incorporated together. That's looking good, so now I'm gonna pour in my dry ingredients. And I'm gonna mix until that's incorporated together. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to pour this over my cranberries. So it says to drop this with a large spoon on top of the cranberries, but I'm gonna just kind of pour it out of here the best I can. This batter is pretty thick, so it might actually be easier to use a spoon to just kind of drop it, but like I said, I'm just gonna kind of use my spatula here and try to get this as evenly in here as I can. It smells really good so far. I think brownies are probably one of my favorite sweets. And I have a recipe that I love making, but it is definitely not Weight Watcher friendly. So I don't make it anymore, but hopefully these ones are gonna be good. Like I said, the batter smells really good. I'm sure they're gonna smell really good in baking too. So now that I've got this in here, I'm gonna kind of try and smooth this out over the top of those cranberries. I've got that spread out there about the best I can. So now I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them in my preheated oven at 375 and bake them for, it says 20 to 25 minutes. So I'll be back once those are baked. And here they are. I cooked them for 20 minutes. They were looking done, so I pulled them out. And now you're supposed to completely cool them before you flip them out of the pan. So I'm gonna let them completely cool and then I will take them out. Okay, and here they are. I forgot to film plopping them out of the pan. And it is actually the next day. So these are definitely beyond cooled. But I cut them up into serving sizes, which is 1/8 of that pan. And these are 9 points on green and 8 points on blue and purple, which I guess is a little high, but we'll see how they taste. I'll have my hubby try them. Let us know what he thinks of them. And as I was cutting these, I realized I probably could have let these cook another minute or two. We do like our baked goods kind of on the underdone side, so it's fine for us, but I think I cooked these 20 minutes. Probably if you want them a little more done, want to go more towards the 25, at least 23 minutes. But yeah, that's what they look like. Not the prettiest. I was hoping they'd be a little prettier. But I'll have my hubby try them, see what he thinks. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Closer and then they're very moist. They smell good. How do they taste?
They're good. So really deep, rich chocolate flavor. You know, they're chocolate brownies.
Yeah.
And then you're hit with different levels of the cranberry. So I actually had a bite before, and the first thing that hit was this, you know, the sour sweet pop of cranberry, and then the rich chocolate hit me. This time it was the chocolate up front with the cherry on the back end.
Cranberry.
Cranberry on the back end. They look like cherries.
They do look like cherries, which would actually be good too.
So this is a really nice combination because you have that real decadent chocolate, and then it's kind of cut or reduced by the tartness of the cranberry, but then the tartness of the cranberry doesn't overpower because the chocolate's so rich. So this is a really satisfying dessert. When you start getting up to the higher points, you know, I always ask myself, is it worth the points? And I think that if I was really wanting this kind of, you know, really rich dessert, I would look to this. Because I can tell you, I mean, I probably had 3 or 4 bites, and that's enough for me. You know, it's hit my sweet tooth. I don't feel like I need any more. So you could even cut these
even smaller
because they're so rich.
Okay.
You know, so what would that be? 4 or 5 points?
It's hard to say with Weight Watcher math. It would either be 4 or it would be 5.
Yeah.
So, but that's good to know. So they're very satisfying. And
oh yeah, very, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will call that a success then. Oh, I did want to ask you sweetness level. Since there was a lot of cocoa powder in there and not a lot of sugar, were they sweet enough with the cranberries, do you think?
Well, it's sweet enough for me.
Yeah.
You know, I could see it being a little more.
More sweet?
Yeah. I mean, that's just personal preference.
Okay.
If I asked you to make these again, I would just ask you to do it this way.
Same way. Okay. All right. So that is Cranberry Upside Down Brownies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.